guys, assalamualaikum and welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new, my name is Arina, and if you're coming back, I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to create this look right here. It's my take for the New Year makeup celebration. I know this New Year is not going to be the same like previous year. We are not going to be in crowded places and celebrate with our friends, but we can always look out our window and watch the fireworks from our house. So in today's look, I used all affordable makeup, mostly from Focallure, Stay Genius and o.two.o. So if you want to know how I create this look, keep on watching. Okay guys, we're gonna start off with face primer. Unfortunately, I don't have any primer from o.two.o or Focallure, so I'm gonna use the drugstore primer I have with me, which is Catrice Prime and Fine Aqua Fresh Hydro Primer. This primer is a hydrating primer. I got a feeling that the foundation that we are gonna use next have a matte and full coverage. I want to go with a more hydrating primer so that my face won't look dry or cakey. While waiting for the primer to sink into my skin, I'm going to do my brows. I already applied some soap or like brush my hair upwards so that I have more lid space to work with. So for brows, I'm going to use from the brand Stay Genius, and this is super fine eyebrow pencil. I remembered I love this brow pencil because it has a very fine tip, and also I love the color as well. And to conceal the brows, I'm gonna use their Virginal Smooth Concealer, but from their website it is called differently. It is o.two.o Flawless Liquid Concealer, Face Makeup Full Coverage Moisturizing Natural Long Wearing. Yeah, they always do like that. They have a different name on the box and different name on their website. So for this concealer, I have it in the shade Nude and O2. So it comes with a box like this. It's like attention to details kinda, and the inside has like a rosy print, and actually the box is quite secured. The packaging is very simple and it has this nice detailed floral pattern on the top with o.two.o symbol. Yeah, I thought it's gonna be like a more chunkier applicator, but the applicator is not that big. So I'm going to use the concealer to conceal the extra brow hairs on my eyebrow. So this concealer has a rounded applicator and it doesn't feel soft or it doesn't have any flexibility. Okay, I did go ahead and clean up the extra brow hairs on this eyebrow. So now we're going to move on to the eyeshadow part. So I did dab one dot of the concealer on each eye as my eye base for today. Moving on to eyeshadow, I'm gonna use this one from o.two.o Love Mark Eyeshadow Palette O2 Almond Cocoa. I did a review on the Rose Story one, and this is the second eyeshadow palette from o.two.o that I'm gonna review. I already swatched them, and so far I really love their shimmery shades on here. It's a bit different from the Rose Story. I feel like this one is more metallic and has a beautiful shift to it, like this one has a gold shift to it, and this glitter is so pretty. I am going to do a cut crease because we are going to go for that very glam New Year's Eve kind of makeup. So first of all, I'm gonna go in with this orangey shade. I feel like they have a similar transition shade, so I'm gonna use this shade as my transition shade, running this above my crease. Okay, once we have that, I'm gonna take this brown shade here, which we don't have from the Rose Story palette. I'm gonna place this on my crease, like right on the socket area. Before I move into the next shade, I do want to blend these two shades so that they will blend seamlessly with each other. And just a little bit below the second shade, I'm going to put this darkest shade from the palette. It's a dark brown shade, darker than the second shade we placed on the crease. So just beneath the socket. Okay, this eyeshadow is very powdery. Don't really have to be precise or neat on the lid area because we're gonna cut that or clean that with a concealer later. And then again, do a little bit of blending. And then moving on to the fun part, I'm going to use the same concealer to cut the crease. Just dab a tiny bit of concealer on there. Okay, both eyes are cut with the concealer, and then on the first half of my eyes, I'm going to use my favorite shade from this palette, which is this white light gold shimmer shade. I swatch it with my finger and it looks very foiled and also has a beautiful, almost a shift, but I wouldn't say it's a duochrome. Yeah, I'm going to try with my finger because it applies better with the finger, so you can see that. And on the outer half, I'm going to apply my second favorite shade from the palette. Now before I apply that glittery shade, I do want to put on a glitter glue, and this is just the one that I have from e.l.f. And because I find it the other day when I swatch it, I have a ton of fallout and the glitter doesn't stick onto the area where I swatch it. So the safe bet is to apply a glitter glue before you go in with the glitter shade. And I'm gonna pick up with the same brush the glittery shade. And then continuing with a liner, I'm going to use from the same palette this darkest shade and use it as my eyeliner. I'm not going to use any liquid eyeliner for today. Okay, we're gonna finish off our eye makeup later on in this video. So let's apply our foundation finally. I'm gonna use the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation from o.two.o, and I have it in the shade Natural Beige NC23. This box is also looks nice, same with the concealer box. It has a rose gold accent to it. The packaging is also similar to the concealer, except that this one has like a flower shape glass, and it's a glass bottle, by the way. It feels luxurious, it looks luxurious, and it has the same like flowery stem at the top. I really like it. It's so beautiful and looks so gorgeous on the vanity, and it comes with a pump. Hopefully this is my shade. As usual, I'm just guessing my shade. Since it says it's a serum foundation, naturally I would think that it has a light coverage. So I'm avoiding using a sponge because I feel like it will soak up a lot of the foundation. So I'm just using my blendiful so that it gives me a lot more coverage. By the way, this is my first time trying it, so it is a first impression, but inshallah I will do a separate video reviewing both of the concealer and foundation. So this is just like a speed review kinda, and you'll see how I apply on my skin. I will do like a wear test and also a flash test. Okay, this is how the foundation is looking on my skin right now. I would say it has a medium coverage on me because I have hyperpigmentation, I have acne scars, but depends on your skin condition. If you don't have any dark blemishes or dark hyperpigmentation, this will probably give you a high medium coverage. It has almost a dewy finish, but not to the point that it looks oily. And now let's apply concealer. I'm going to use the same concealer from o.two.o. I'm not used to this applicator because it's rounded and it feels hard from what I prefer because it doesn't have that flexibility. This concealer also has the same consistency as the foundation, but not as emollient. You can see how easy to blend this concealer, and it disappears on my skin, but in a good way. Now this is what my base is looking. So before I set my face with powder, I do want to try this again. This is o.two.o liquid blush. I haven't used this in almost a year, but thankfully it has 18-month shelf life, so I have some more time to play with it. So this is in the shade O2, and from what I can remember, a little bit goes a long way. I should apply it with my hand first and then blend it out with my blender tool. I'm gonna apply this with my blend tool because I feel like with my finger it does pick up the foundation underneath. Also running some of it across the bridge of my nose. I did go ahead and set my face with, my under eye area with the Milani setting powder in the shade 01 light medium, because I don't have a light loose powder to set the under eyes. I just have this one, focallure face powder, and this is in the shade 02, and this is like my skin tone, and I'm gonna use this to set the entire face, avoiding the under eye area, because this does give a little bit of color on the face. Now let's bronze this face. I'm very excited to use this because this is supposedly to be a dupe for the Cover FX monochromatic blush palette, and the packaging, the concept is like a straightforward copycat. So this is what it looks like. It has a magnetic collapse just like the Cover FX monochromatic blush duo, and this is what it looks inside. Thankfully the print, the pattern inside is not the same as the Cover FX one. So I'm gonna use this as my bronzer. It has a one matte shade on one side and the other one is a shimmery shade, and I will firstly swatch it first. It's so pigmented, guys, so look at that. So pigmented. Yeah, I think it blends nicely. And on the other side, can be used as a bronzer topper because it's not as metallic or as like reflective. So you can just dip lightly on both sides and then apply it on the cheeks. And what I'm doing right now is, first I'm going to apply the matte side, and it's so powdery. You can see that a lot of kickback. By the way, they only have one brown shade that you can use as a bronzer. This one's supposed to be a blusher, but I think if you have a darker skin tone, this one works as a blusher. But for me, I can use this as a bronzer. For the under eyes, I'm going to make it very simple. First, I'm taking the crease shade here and place it across the lower lash line. And then I'm taking this dark brown shade and I'm placing it on the outer corner. And to finish off the eye makeup, I'm going to apply mascara from Pinkflash from the pink tube. You can watch my full face of Pinkflash by clicking the eye up here or the link in the description box. And to highlight my face or the high points of my face, I'm going to use focallure Sculpt and Glow, and this is in the shade 03 Ipanema Sun and Champagne Pop. I did a full face of focallure like 1 or 2 years ago. If you want to watch it, you can click it up here. I like the highlighter from this palette, but not so the bronzer or the contour powder because it is too grey. I go ahead and set the face using o.two.o Blur and Matte Fixing Makeup off camera. And finally, let's put on lip color, and today I'm going to use focallure Clay Pilowy Soft Liquid Lipstick, and the color that I'm going to use is 104. I did swatch all shades and also did a review separately, so you can watch it by clicking the link up here. Highly recommend this liquid lipstick. and this is the complete look, my version of stay-at-home New Year's celebration. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I wish you guys a happy new year. Hopefully 2021 will bring you joy, happiness to you and your family. I know 2020 is not the best for most of us, so I hope 2021 have a lot of opportunity for us. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope I see you guys in my next one. Bye. Assalamualaikum.